Okay.
Hi ECM parents, it's Jeff here, and I want to just talk about 3 very simple things, but very important things that you need to be consistently doing as a parent. And these apply to a parent of a junior high student in grade 6 all the way up till high school. It applies to me as a parent of a 4-year-old. Because what we're going to be talking about here are 3 very basic things that if we do them again and again and again are going to be more than half the battle when it comes to parenting. The first one is love. Are we expressing as parents love to our children again and again in lots of different ways? And we're going to talk next week about different ways and important ways to do that. But that's the first ingredient that we need to come back to again and again. Might seem pretty obvious, it should be obvious, but are we actually doing it? Are we taking time out of the busyness of our lives to look our children in the eye and say, I value you, I love you, I see how you're growing as a person, and I love that. And you see them, they're not invisible to you in the rat race of your life. The second is boundaries and expectations. Are we communicating, not just once or twice, but consistently? What are the boundaries of behavior and attitude that we expect? What are the expectations that we have for them? And this needs to be negotiated and talked about again and again and again, especially through junior high and high school, because those boundaries and expectations shift because there's so much developmentally happening. And the last is appropriate and timely consequences. If the boundaries and when the boundaries and expectations aren't met, when they're violated, whether innocently or maliciously, are there actual consequences? Not threats to consequences. Are there actual consequences? And can our children predict what those consequences are going to be? Are they consistent? Are they timely? Or are they kind of haphazard and just kind of pulled out of a hat? Because when consequences are timely and appropriate and consistent, we're going to see more adherence to boundaries and expectations. So lots of love, setting boundaries, and then following through with consequences that we've talked to our children about are going to happen when they cross boundaries and our expectations for them. So 3 simple things. In the next few weeks we're going to talk a little bit more about them in detail. But for now, sit down as a couple, talk about it and say, am I doing these things? Or which one am I weakest in? So until next week, have a good week.